not a civilian, I'm a citizen. Green around the world, looking militant. I fly United, never spirited. Only restaurant is gonna be Michelin.
What?
I mean Michelin, traveling on dividends. She said that I'm bald like a 90s symbol is. I'm getting paid, talking rap on the internet. Yeah, my name green, but I ain't crab, I be generous. LA to Virginia, I just pudding with some prawns. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don.
We're a couple miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. It is for real. Season begins here. And off we go here from Mile High. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
They'll stay on the ground. That's a short pickup to about the 47. John A. Barron is there to make the stop. It is 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Going quickly and connecting with Bryant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. That one pulled in by Bryant. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The outside, catch made by Pickens. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll go play action with Nix. And that's That's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
A first down throw for Nix. And he'll take it on in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Jackson. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
He'll let this go for Pickens. That is caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big-time play for the Broncos. A pickup of 44 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos move out on top, 14-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. This unit hasn't been at their best early on. Punt followed by an interception on their first 2 drives. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And maybe a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
Second down, Jackson. He will find his man. That's the rookie from Ohio State. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
First down and more past midfield. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
The key to these toss plays, Mike, is that the back has patience. It's a mixture of you want to get that ball out on the edge quickly, but you also have to give time for the big boys out in front to give you some blocks. So really well executed there, and it led to a big pickup.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw today, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Jackson now on second down. Quick throw, taken in. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Here's Warren. And he's in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Baltimore. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Touchdown. Luke is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Brings up second and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a second and 9 now from the 29. Back to throw is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Nix's pass complete.
first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it starting 3rd down and 2. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Play action now. It's Nix. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Nix. He's across midfield. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play call. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing, Nix. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And he's into the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Denver. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think I'm this defensive coordinator. Me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, and I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Here's Jackson. Throwing right, it's taken in, and they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. You see it. Hands up! Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On play action, here's Jackson. Left side, caught by Andrews. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass. And that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Second and 11 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
3rd and 11. Back to throw, Jackson. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. To throw is next. That's into traffic, but taken in. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And in motion is Ingram. A run with Dobbins. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35. And he will score! Touchdown, Broncos. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way in the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Ravens 10.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it's going to be third down. Jackson looking to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Broncos offense and George Pickens out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. Not much there, maybe a yard.
35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Dobbins, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
He'll give it to Dobbins. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, Tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. They'll try again here. Second and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. This one over the middle and caught by Bryant. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
A quick throw right side. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking him.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal. Dobbins. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have fourth down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. This about as short as you can get. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
Play action now. Jackson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Going up top and looking for Andrews. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our tour of the NFL starts now. It begins out west. Southern California is where we find the Chargers at home for an AFC West tilt against Kansas City. And here is Ladd McConkey. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Chargers wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they host the Houston Texans. And this is Brock Purdy. He's going to take this one himself. He also had 2 touchdown passes in the game. The Niners find a way. They win it by a point. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. And the former rushing champ has still got it, Jonathan Taylor. He's trying to get the season off on the right foot, and I think he just did. Both feet, as a matter of fact. He's gone. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 11. And quickly pick up a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Fighting off tackles, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Now Nick's going to look to throw, and it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over.
And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
Oh, my set.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
We'll go play action with Hicks. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Third down and 9.
Third and 9.
Oh, my set.
They put Pickens in motion. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
In punt formation for the Broncos.
And no return. How good is that? Backs him up all the way to the 2. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Out of his under pressure, 2 breaks. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
They'll begin here on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
He'll try to run for it. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They'll run for it. It's Harvey. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Off the play fake. Jackson. His throw left side is complete. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. The throw here is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. And another 1st down. And another big gain. This time 23 yards. Now, Jackson. Pass caught left side by Likely. He will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
That is caught, and they get the two-point conversion.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes this across the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 45. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. They'll stick with him again. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Malachi starts there for the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw is Nix. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. And Bryant, the target there. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Trey Greenlaw in on the tackle. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Baltimore.
Baltimore 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. From a couple yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
3rd down and 9. To throw is Jackson. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here's Jackson. That's taken in, and he's going to have the Ravens 1st down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
It's a gain of 17 yards, and a Raven 1st down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, here's Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see, guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Jackson. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
The Broncos offense, and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Nix to throw. Into the hands of Pickens. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. He's got his man. It's Pickens. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
It's 1st down, and they'll run.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Second and 5. They'll throw. It's Nix. A dive and a catch. Incredible. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Denver first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Throwing is Nix. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Following the penalty, they'll run it. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Nix now on 1st and 10. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allowed him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his 2nd touchdown here in week 1. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with 1 more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. And man, this has been a really impressive performance.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, when you've given up this many points, you're going to get quite the workload with your return units, and that's a really good effort right there. I mean, it's going to get lost anytime you have a one-sided game like this. That's great determination on that one.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 14.
Back to throw, Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Throwing Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Third down, 3 to go. Jackson up top again. He'll get this out to the left flat. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of the...
To the pylon, he's pinned. First shot, Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And a few kneel downs to do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Here's second and 2. Run with Dobbins.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos.